All right, beautiful beings. Wow. Okay, first YouTube live. Who would have thunk it? But what a better time than this? Do you feel like you're on an angle? I do. Oh well, seems pretty straight actually. All right, here we go. What is up, beautiful beings of love and light? Elizabeth here, holistic intuition coach and somatic spiritual personal trainer. Woohoo! Welcome. This is a really, really powerful moon that we have going on. Last night it became exact. It is a full moon in Aries, and there is a lot of fire energy happening. So I am standing in my full power, happy hour, and I am coming before you to give you some tips and tools to help you navigate this energy. This is what I'm all about. I'm into connecting your somatic experience, so your experience of trauma, your life, your addictions, and processing them with the help of spirit. This is your higher power. Whatever this means for you, it could be nature, it could be planets, it could be all of humanity, it could be God, it could be a religion, it could be your heart, your love, whatever it is, something greater than yourself, beyond yourself. Very important. So this Aries full moon, it's the third supermoon of 4 this year. It is ruled by Mars. So if you have been experiencing a lot of fighting, a lot of outbursts, a lot of rage, a lot of internal conflict, you feel like something just wants to jump out of your heart, jump out of your belly, jump out of your chest, that is because of this energy. It is what is being felt collectively everywhere. There's 2 big points to this Aries full moon, and that is, 1, this is a codependence moon. This moon is all about our relationships with other people and our relationship with ourself. So you can reflect on, what are you dependent on, and in an unhealthy way? What are your addictions? What are you relying on? And what are you compulsively doing? You feel this, the power of Christ compels you. You feel this compelling compulsion. I know it's the same word, but it just fits, right? This compelling compulsion to do something, and you cannot stop. And that would be really beneficial if we all step into this energy with the compulsion being to live your life, to live your life in your authentic truth, exactly as you are, taking no one else's values, no one else's rules, no one else's beliefs, but making your life your own. So this is fully stepping into your power. Full power happy hour, seriously, and your happy hour is defined by you. I do not promote them being imbibing of any toxic substances. I myself am sober. I have sobriety, and it is what is helping me to thrive in my life. Finally. Okay, the other big topic with the Aries full moon is depression, right? This Aries full moon will either help you, catapult you out of your depression, or this full moon will push you into the deep dark trenches of it, because you have so much fire building up in here that if you don't have a support system, a way, a how to come out of it, then it's going to feel so awful that you're going to want to run away, curl up in a ball, and die, literally. So this is a crying and screaming and kicking and gnawing for your life moon energy. And this is also a get the out of my way. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on YouTube, so I normally curse a lot. So I just don't want this to get censored. I want it to be out there. So check back in my other videos for a lot more cursing, but I'm gonna censor myself a little bit today, which is not quieting my voice. It is simply making it digestible and acceptable to, so that I reach more of you, right? But if you get on a call with me and you join one of my programs, you're going to hear me F-bombing all over the effing place, okay? Just so you know. If you're afraid of cursing, do not follow me, because I just pop that ish out all the time. See, it's really hard to censor myself. So we have these two concepts, right? Stepping fully into your power and letting go, walking firmly and powerfully away from anything that, I know it's just like a total cliche, that holds you back, that blocks you. What are your blocks? What are your, what's holding you back? Let it go under the full moon, blah, blah. No, this is not that kind of moon. This is actual physical fire in your Manipura chakra, in your gut. Manipura is your solar plexus. This is where your adrenal glands live, right? Everything happens through the physical body in this manifested reality from spirit. So your adrenal glands need to be pumped in order for you to step into that power. So what I'm going to do for you today is provide you two ways, because I love me some pranayama and I love me some yoga. I also love me some meditation, but we'll get to that in another video, and I will send you links. If you message me or comment below, I will send you links to my other meditations. We just don't have time today, and none of y'all got time anyway. Everybody wants everything to be done in 5 seconds these days, so I'm trying to make this fast. So think about, what am I dependent on? What are my codependencies? Who am I relying on without their consent, right? They did not consent to you depending on them, making them responsible for your life. You are the only one responsible for your life. So this is a great energy, all the fire to take action on your life. And if you suffer from depression, as I did many years, right? I was curled up in a ball in my bed. I was heartbroken. But your heartbreak is actually curable. And it is curable by, it's going to sound so tacky, and I even hate saying it, but it's curable by loving yourself, guys. But that doesn't make any sense, right? How do we love ourselves? So I will get to that in upcoming programs. Today, that is not my objective. Today, I'm here to give you one pranayama and one yoga posture that you can practice for this Aries moon. Do it today, do it tonight, do it under the moon, howl up at that girl, that biatch. I mean, I curse, but it's like, I have this like inner censor going on. We got Gemini happening in this moon too. So that's like the, hey, what are you doing? Is this right? Is this right? So the pranayama. So you can do any pranayama you can do specifically for any different energy. So with fire energy, these are my Pitta people, if you're familiar with the Ayurvedic doshas. So if you're in a fire sign, right? Aries is the fire sign because it's the first sign of the zodiac. It's like the stepping into the world. I am, right? Aries mantra is I am. I am here. What? Now, today. Hence my first YouTube live. So pranayama. This pranayama is Kapalabhati, but I've made some adjustments to it so that it's specific to the Aries energy and specifically to this full moon. But you decide for you when you use it, when it's most beneficial for you in your life. So Kapalabhati is a fanning of the internal organs. If you've heard of breath of fire, if you've done it before, we're going to pump. We're pumping from the low abdomen. So you really want to get some action in this really uncomfortable fupa spot, right? Nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants to move it. You don't want to shift it, but we're going to go there because we have the power of Mars behind us. Mars is the warrior, right? Anything you need to fight for in your life, now is the time, okay? So we can fight. You are allowed to fight for what you want in a rational, intelligent way, right? It is the force of your intelligence. Manipura chakra is the seat of the mind. It is the root of all intelligence in the body. So we're trying to fan that flame to get you to step into that confidence, into that non-violent, right? We're going against Mars a little bit, so Mars ain't going to be too happy about us being like, we're going to do peaceful war. It's a contradiction. So you might be feeling some inner conflict, right? I want to step into my power, but I'm still stuck in this in the trauma of my past. I'm still stuck in my addiction, but I want to like move on with my life. You can't have both. So we need to use that Mars energy that says, no, I'm showing up and I'm fighting for this and I will kill you. But what we're killing is not other humans, right? We're still practicing non-harm. What we are killing are our own demons. We are killing our own addictions. We are killing our own codependency. We are killing our own depression, right? So you can use the fire of Kali. If you don't know Kali, she is the destroyer of fear-based illusions. All of the things that are holding you back are illusions. They are not real, right? False evidence appearing real, fear. So let's get into this breath work. You're going to fan that belly. You can't really see mine. I got this really awesome red shirt on. I would never wear red, but you know, Aries, it's appropriate. Jumped out of the shed at me. It was like, hey, I'm for summertime. I'm like, oh, it's October. What's this red shirt? Anyway, I digress. Pull that belly back. Practice with me. Just try it. I don't care what your belly looks like. I don't care if you do it a lot, a little, but that's the action, right? What's going to start to happen, I got to stop saying right all the time. What's going to happen is that you're going to engage your Mula Bandha. If you don't know what Mula Bandha is, don't worry about it. It's just engaging that perineum muscle at the root of your spine. It's the same muscle you use to stop yourself from urinating. So imagine really got to go pee, but you can't. So you got to hold it. So every time you pull your belly back, you're also holding that muscle. Nobody can see this, so it's really cool in that you can practice it anywhere, anytime. And it's really good. The yoga posture that we're gonna move into is splits, is Hanumanasana. I'll get to that in a second, but that also is splitting the root. So we're working on getting our energy from fanning this flame and engaging or enacting the root chakra. That's our sense of stability and security in this world. So we're doing all of this so that we can feel secure, we can feel safe, we can stand in our power, and we can proclaim to the world, this is what I am here to do. This is me. This is all of me. Unabashed, right? I got fucked up shit, so do you, right? I made mistakes, so have you. And I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry for them all. And I'm sorry, I want to take this time actually to apologize to everyone for throwing or offering yoga, meditation, pranayama at you when you did not consent, right? You didn't ask for it. But what I'm doing today is what I've heard people asking for. So I'm trying to match those. So please comment, what do you like that you see that I do that you want more of? What questions can I answer for you in the form of asking, because I am a coach. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking you or showing you or demonstrating something to you and then saying, how will you incorporate that into your life? What does that bring up for you? How does that feel in your body? What does that make you more aware of? What are the thoughts that come up when you do this? What are the emotions or the feelings that you feel when you do that practice or when you think that thought? And then what are the actions that you take? Aries, what are the actions that you take because of it? Again, I digress. I'm very verbose. Thanks for hanging in there with me still. We are going to get through this. So we're fanning the flame, right? We're engaging the root. Manipura, Muladhara. Ooh, we're getting it all happening. You're going to combine that with your exhale. You're going to exhale through your nose. Seal your mouth. We're going to get to the mouth in a second. So if the mouth wants to be all active, wait for it. It will come. Close the mouth. Breathe through the nose. Short, sharp, powerful exhales through the nose. There's a whole lot of action going on here, right? Really a lot. So let it be powerful. And you're focusing on the out breath, timing that with the engagement and the drawback of the belly, of the ribs, of the root chakra. All of that together is happening on the out breath. If you think about it too much, your body's going to do the opposite. It's like rubbing your head and patting your belly at the same time. It's hard. So practice it somatically, which means of the body. Get your body used to it. Let your mind kind of go, right? I'm just telling you, but then just let the body do it. You can't just stop and be frozen, right? That's where we sink into depression. You got to just do it. I'm not taking inhales. I'm just out breathing. And I'm doing it feverishly. It doesn't have to be that feverish or that fucking crazy and hot. Whoop, there we go. So you do 33 of those breaths, or any number you want to. If you get dizzy, if you get whatever, if you start feeling all crazy, know that it's going to end soon. It's going to pass, no problem, right? You don't also have to do it. You are sovereign over your own being, your own body, your own breath. So you do what's right for you. I am never telling you what to do or commanding you. I am just making suggestions so you can try them on, right? So 33 of those. I'm not going to do them all. You can do them on your own time. Inhale, reach your arms up. Here, you're going to hold that Mula Bandha, that I got a P in your root chakra, and you're going to let the belly expand. It's also, again, this like conflict, but that's what we have going on in the universe, right? We have Aries going, I want to do everything, but I want to be peaceful and kind about it. So we're embodying that principle of contrast, right? So there I go again. Right. You already know this, right? No, you don't know this already. Okay, maybe you do, though, some of you. I digress. So you're holding the root. You're inhaling and filling up the belly. It's a contrast. It's going to be tricky. You might not do it perfectly. We're not striving for perfection. We are practicing. We are striving to make it a practice. Practice makes practice. Period. Practice makes practice, and practice is worth it daily. So up at the top here, you got your thumbs, and they're interlocked, so you can pull them actively apart. So you hold your arms up and you straighten them to hug alongside of your head. Remember, you've already inhaled. You're holding your breath up here. Your belly is actually big, and your root is locked. So you're doing the pee-pee dance, and your belly is actually really big. So it's weird. It's weird. I know it's weird. Hold it. Hold your breath. Hold the root lock. Hold your belly in the out position. Hold your arms straight, active arms. Hold your elbows close to your ears. Hug them into your head. Hold your shoulders up by your ears also, and then tuck your chin back. Jalandhara Bandha, for those of you who know this. So we're sealing off the gateway of the throat, but actually we're going to be opening up the channels from the root all the way up to the crown. That's what you're doing. You're holding the breath and you're clearing out the channel. Gaze up towards your third eye or your crown chakra. Shine your light. Kapalabhati is called skull shining breath, or translated to skull shining, right? Not only breath of fire, skull shining. Shine your light through your skull, through your crown. Be the beacon of light in the world. Take all that inner fire and blast it out like you are a rocket ship. And then only hold as long as you can without strain. So we're not trying to turn blue in the face here. We're not trying to go complete opposite of the fire. We're just trying to hold until we reach that point where we're like, I cannot hold this breath anymore. It is too full. Then keep Mula Bandha held. And as you exhale, lower your arms, the same pace your breath is moving. So if your breath goes, your arms go fast. If you do breathe slowly out, and you can take the time, then your arms go at that pace. But also the belly, as it was big before, now it's drawing back that whole way down. So let's try it again. Right? Belly big, Mula Bandha locked. Hold it. And then you're going to exhale. But as you exhale, you're pulling your belly back and lowering your arms. With your thumbs, you're envisioning this sphere of white, flaming golden light around you. You're creating an orb, a sphere of protection, of safety. Then when your arms get down, instead of just laying them on your lap, we're going to take the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers, right? This is what it looks like behind your back. Interlaced fingers, right? But behind you. So interlaced fingers. Yes? Interlaced fingers. I'm enunciating like Jack Black, small seasoned curlies, interlaced fingers. So you lift your fists away from your hips. So this is expanding across the chest. Still tuck your chin down so that channel of breath goes from the root all the way up through the crown, and now you're just breathing naturally. Big inhale, but you maintain expanding the belly on your inhale, and drawing the belly back on the exhale along with Mula Bandha. As you inhale, release Mula Bandha like you're going to go to the bathroom, right? You've been holding the breath, doing the pee-pee dance. Now you're releasing it, letting it go, letting the belly fill up. Let it expand through the belly, through the ribs, through the chest, Open up the heart. Let the shoulders come back. If you exercise or do any arm lifting, this will feel really good on those deltoids. Draw the chin back so that the breath goes all the way up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Draw the belly back. Draw the ribs down. Try to keep the ribs down while the fists are still lifting off of the hips. And keep the chin tucked. This is a very complicated breath work and posture, right? This is a bind. One more. Big inhale, release Mula Bandha, let the belly fill. Maybe close your eyes here. You can rewatch this anytime, right? But maybe close your eyes here and just see what you feel. What's going on? You're trying to keep your arms straight. If they can't, if you've never done this before, it's totally fine to bend them a little bit. Just keep trying, right? I might not look the way that you look, and that's okay. You don't have to look like me. You can't look like me. I'm pretty damn unique, right? Then take an inhale, release the arms. Feel all those tingles. Bring your hands to the center of your chest. Exhale this time, flip the interlacing. So the opposite pointer finger is on top. A good way to tell is the way it automatically goes, right? It automatically goes one way, then you switch and bring the other pointer finger on top, okay? That's opposite bind. The uncomfortable way is a good way to think of it. 3 breaths this way, lifting the fists off of the hips. Big inhale, tuck the chin down. Big belly, release Mula Bandha. When you're ready to exhale, contract Mula Bandha, pee-pee dance, pull the belly back, ribs down, shoulders back, ears aligned with the shoulder, chin tucked. When you're ready to inhale, release Mula Bandha, release the pee, fill up the belly, fill up the ribs, fill up the chest, let the heart expand. This is a heart opening practice. If you've heard the term and don't know what to do, you can always do a bind behind your back. It's an easy heart opener. This is because when we are in Aries energy, continue breathing. Again, note to self, you never have to follow my command, my cue for the breath. Always breathe at your own pace, in your own time, when it feels natural for you. Other than, forceful breath like the Kapalabhati part when we're breathing in rapid succession out. But when we're just breathing naturally, you don't have to wait for me to say inhale or exhale. You follow when you're ready to inhale or exhale. That's a big part of it, creating body sovereignty and creating safety and sacred space within ourselves. So the reason that we're doing a heart opening, a chest opening, a anahata chakra opening is because during Aries time, we can tend to get too much in our head and our ego, right? Because we're in this fiery, warring, egoic energy, and it's not bad. It's the energy that gets us out of bed in the morning, right? If you don't have masculine energy, Mars is masculine, and there's nothing wrong with it, and we all have it. It's not male or female. We all have masculine and we all have feminine. We all have masculine and feminine divine energies. We all have masculine and feminine toxic energies. We all have masculine and feminine inner children. We all have masculine and feminine little inner brats, right? So we're dealing with a lot of lack of heart center with Aries. It's kind of harsh to say, but we also have Venus in this lunation. So Venus is here. So we're trying to be like, yo, Venus, bring in all the love into this passion and into this fire and make my ego full of love. Make me use my ego for good in the world so that I can focus on what I'm really meant to be doing here. What's super authentic to me in my life? What is the ways or activities or thoughts or emotions that I need to be feeling to support myself, my dreams, my mission in this world? That's it. That's the breath. You can repeat that over and over again. It's probably been like 20 minutes already. The next thing that we're going to do is a yoga posture. So asana. Yoga is really beneficial. It's a way that you can connect with yourself, connect to your higher power by opening those channels, those chakra centers that lie along your central nervous system or your spine. So I talked earlier about splitting the root. We're going to work with the root chakra because in order to stand in our power, to take a stand, to say goodbye, to walk away from our abusers, to walk away from toxic behaviors and patterns and traumas and everything, we have to feel safe. We have to feel secure. And the best way we do that, splitting the root. Boom. This is splitting the root. Anything that spreads your legs, spread them and let love in, right? Not sex, not other people's body parts, love and breath. So anytime we spread our legs, either this way or what we're going to do today is splits, we are energizing that root chakra. We are sending all of our energy there because it has to, right? So try it out. Just spread your legs for a minute and notice, is it easier to breathe in, breathing into your belly and releasing, like let go of the pee-pee dance and just let your root chakra relax? It's much easier when the legs are spread apart, right? When the legs are together, it's easier to contract them. Right? So just think about that as we do the posture. So we're coming into Hanumanasana, splits. It's like my favorite posture. Hanuman is my favorite god because he is the god of great leaps. So this is the perfect energy for Aries full moon because we are meant to be taking a great leap right now. You're going to see a lot of people showing up in their full power. Their full authenticity, their full self, right? You are not the values and beliefs and conditioning that you have experienced over the course of your life, even throughout all of history, all timelines, all dimensions, your ancestry, your culture. You are you. You are this amalgamation of all of it, this integration of all of it. And now we are being called, all of us, every one of you, yes, you, we are being called to step into that power more fully, to own what is right for you. You decide, self-sovereignty, self-power, taking that great leap into it. You know, I hear so many times people come to me in my coaching and they just want to live their life. They just want to be happy. They just want to be content. They just want to feel free. They just want to feel calm. This is not, unheard of. It's not different from person to person. I want to be pain-free. I want to feel good. I want to be happy, and I want to live my life the way I want to live it, right? Not other ways. So I really hope you can still hear me. I only see one light on my mic over there. Oy, oy, oy. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to take it. Just because maybe nobody can hear me. All right. Just in case. I'll still be screaming. Don't worry about it. For this practice, for Hanumanasana splits, I will send you a full-length video of everything of a Hanumanasana class with all kinds of props and all ways to do it easily. But for this practice today, you will need either 2 pillows. Pillows are really great because we're going to be on our knee. You're going to need to warm up. That's why the full-length video is much better. But this is just to demonstrate the details of what you will be doing. So just watch. Don't do it now. Do the video when I link it to you, when I send it to you, and just watch for today. So pillows. 1 pillow underneath of your knee. Fold your yoga mat back. Yes, this is yoga. Put your other pillow out in front of you. Another option for the pillow is just a cloth. All you're needing to achieve is some sliding motion. You're going to be putting your foot on there and you want it to slide for splits. You're also going to want at least 2 blocks. Or 2 blocks, yoga blocks of any kind. If they're cork, if they're, foam, it doesn't really matter. Just something to support you on the sides. So first we're going to come into a downward facing dog. And you're going to put the other pillow square here. Hips high. Use that belly engagement to pull your abdomen back. And then inhale, lift 1 leg up. Doesn't matter which one, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Lower your back knee onto the cushion, right? It feels really nice. Great. Get your blocks handy along the sides, and then you're going to pick up that heel and place it on top of the pillow. Or it can be on a towel, something that's going to enable it to slide. This is fine. If you can only go here, remember, you can walk your blocks back if it's too tight on your underneath on your hamstring. A lot of us have super tight hamstrings, again, which is why the other video will be great. Slide that leg forward so you come into a split. If you've practiced splits before, you can lift your arms up. Your blocks are always there. You can bring them back down. Breathe here. Remember the breathing that we did at the beginning? Keep up with it. Keep breathing in. Full breath. Release Mula Bandha. Release that root. Open up the belly. Expand across the chest. Pull the shoulders back. Expand across the heart. Tuck the chin down. Exhale. Try to engage the root. Try to do the pee-pee dance, right? Try to hold the root lock as you pull the belly back, the ribs down, the shoulders back, and the chin back on the exhale. One more. Inhale. Release Mula Bandha. Let it go. Let the belly get big. Let the heart expand. Draw the shoulders back. Chin comes down. And then exhale. On this exhale, we're going to slide back. You can do 3 of those breaths, but just for the sake of time, you're going to pull that leg back. That's Hanumanasana. You just did it on one leg. I'm going to do it on the other side just to let you see it again. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Pull the belly back. Pull the chest down towards the thighs. Inhale the opposite leg up. Exhale, step it through between your palms. Lower the back knee down onto the pillow again. A little soft cushioning. Feels really good, right? Get the blocks in the hands. Lift that foot up and place it on the pillow or onto a towel, whatever can be slippery, right? I got rubbery boots on, so I needed a whole pillow to slide. Inhale, slide that leg forward. It doesn't have to go all the way, right? I'm not touching the ground, right? I could be back here. That might be enough of a stretch for you today. That's perfectly fine. If you can lift your arms, it doesn't matter where your foot is, how far forward it is. You're still splitting the root, right? Your legs are still separated. Reach those arms up and breathe. Release Mula Bandha, let the belly fill, let the heart expand, let the chest open, draw the shoulders back, reach your arms up. If your arms are up, always have your fingers spread super wide, powerful, engaged, active, activated. Exhale, draw the belly back as you engage Mula Bandha, draw the ribs down, shoulders draw back, chest shines forward, chin tucks back, reach. Inhale, fill up. If your arms are still down the blocks, it's totally fine. Right? Just have them be active, pressing into the blocks, sliding that front heel forward. Big inhale. Release Mula Bandha, let the belly fill. Draw the shoulders back, shine that heart light. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha, draw the belly back, ribs down, still shoulders coming back, still chin tucking down. This creates a lengthening of the back of the cervical spine or the neck vertebrae to allow the breath to flow all the way up to the crown. This is Sahasrara, your connection to all that is, to higher power, to source, to your divine truth and authenticity. Next time you exhale, slide that heel back. Carefully, right? We don't want to rip out our hamstrings. We just want to try to get into that activating energy. That's it, guys. That's all I got for you today. So the pranayama of Kapalabhati done a very specific way for the Aries energy, and Hanuman Asana. So I'll just give you a little background on Hanuman before we go. Hanuman is the god of great leaps. The first time Hanuman ever took a leap was when he was little, sitting up in his tree, and he was hungry. This is what I want to kind of call in, this energy of taking this leap. So when you come out of that posture of coming out of splits, take some time for yourself and just sit in the silence and the stillness of your breathing and come to a comfortable position. I kind of forgot to add that part in because this is Aries energy, because I'm so excited. I'm like warring through this video. So Hanuman was really hungry and he looked up at the sky. His mom wasn't around. She was out foraging in the forest, and he saw the sun and he thought, oh, mango, there we go. He leapt up into the sky and tried to grab the sun out of the sky. The god of all that is, all of the natural world, struck him down with a thunderbolt and broke his jaw. He went into recovery. All the animals and his father took him into a cave and tried to help him recover. His father, the god of the natural world, because he was in mourning and trying to help heal his son, all of the natural world started to wither and die away. So all of the other gods came to aid, to help the pain that Hanuman experienced, to help resuscitate him, to bring him back to life. So everyone came to support him, just as everyone will come to support you when you take great leaps and try to grab that mango out of the sky. If it's aligned, if it is for a deep inner purpose, you know, if a child is hungry and it's going for food, everyone will come to support it. That's what Hanuman's story is. So what happened? All of the gods came to support Hanuman. He got better, and once he emerged from his recovery, the whole natural world began to bloom and sprout and flourish once more. There's 2 other times Hanuman took a great leap, but I'm going to leave you with that one today because, yeah, it's just really beautiful and really powerful. I really care about children. I work in children's behavioral health as well. I also work with adults in holistic somatic intuition coaching. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a spiritual coach and personal trainer. And yeah, I just think that's cool. And I wanted to come on and share a bit of who I am and what I offer to you guys. Hopefully I will. The plan is to be coming on more regularly and sharing these things with you. So please let me know what your takeaways are from today. You know, I don't have a fancy crew. I don't have a team. I don't have these like beautiful pop-ups that everybody does in their YouTube videos yet. But what I do have is a whole lot of heart and a whole lot of love and a whole lot of recovery. I have a lot of experience, strength, and hope, which is what we say in recovery in 12-step programs. So I'm trying to combine all of these things that I have knowledge in and offer them to you in a genuine, authentic way, because that's who I am and that's what I stand for in this world. And that's what I want for everyone. I don't want people to have, you know, be sold to through gimmicks and, you know, funnels and all this crazy stuff of today's world of like flashiness and disingenuousness. I want to create a world, and I am creating a world, and I would love for you to join me in creating a world where everyone is honored for what they value and what they want, that we have body sovereignty, that we have food sovereignty, that everyone has the same rights and they're honored and respected, that we operate within a framework of consent. And yeah, just as a last comment, I do have a program that I am running and that I would like 25 people to sign up for. It is not inexpensive. It is for an entire year, and it is happening on January 15th. It begins. I will just put the link in the description of this video once I can get that up and running. The title of it is Feminine Firing Squad. So it is for women expressly, or those who identify as female or women. It is a space where we can finally use this fire of Aries and fire all of our inner addict, our inner critic, our abusers in our life, our codependent natures, the toxic people in our lives, the toxic foods that we ingest, the toxic habits that we participate in willfully, and that we can surrender to what actually exists for all of us beyond this physical dimension, beyond our quirks and our traumas and the things that we struggle so hard, all of our blocks that we struggle so hard to get beyond. And I would like to invite you into a space where it doesn't have to be so freaking hard all the time. Not in the way that you think it needs to be hard, right? We self-abandon and self-abuse so much, and we do not need to. What we need to do is to step into a compassionate, loving space where we are all heard, where we can speak our truths, where we can speak them in a concise way, not at first, right? It's not going to happen at first, but that we can speak openly and share with one another so that true healing can happen and take place. Because the only reason anyone is in any pain is because something is unresolved, something is not being heard, something is not being seen. Why does a child act out bully someone else, punch, hit, why do we do it too? Why do we do that to ourselves? It's because there's a part of us that is not being heard, that is not being seen, that is not being given space to just say, hey, this happened to me, or I did this thing and I feel like shit about it. I really feel awful. I feel guilty. I feel ashamed, and I don't want to live with this anymore. I don't want to carry it. I don't want to hold it. And it's not an easy process. The way that it's hard, you think it's going to be hard in that you're going to have to, like, I don't know, put in a lot of hours, spend millions of dollars, be super stressed. That is not the hard I'm talking about. The hard I'm talking about is being honest with yourself and actually looking at, what am I doing to contribute to myself staying in this insanity of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? That's hard. It's hard to look at yourself and go, oh, I'm codependent. Oh, I got a little bit of narcissistic tendencies. Ooh, I'm pretty addicted to this substance, this person, this feeling, this dopamine, right? This is all what they all come from. So that's hard. It's hard to recognize when you're wrong and then say, hey, I'm wrong and I'm sorry, right? The Ho'oponopono prayer. Please forgive me, I'm sorry, I love you, thank you. That's the hardest thing for most of us to say. And the more we can do that and practice it in a safe container, in a loving community, the better off we're all going to be. So that's my little pitch for what I want to exist in the world, is that we can all, even the abusers and accusers and the perpetrators, can have space to actually speak their truth, because none of what we experience today is just us, right? You don't just have this. You're not just born this way. You are born this way, but it comes from the entire history of your life. Your ancestors, their DNA changed with every experience that they had, positive or negative, and you are imbued with that. You were birthed with all of those energies, all of those experiences, all of those traumas. So to be cycle breakers in this world, we must. It is imperative. We have this onus, a responsibility, a personal responsibility to look at them, to see them, to forgive them, right? This is not something that a shaman is going to wave a smudge stick over you and say like, oh, it's gone. No, just like the first Reiki healing I ever had done, and the Akashic Records reading that I had done. Yes, you get it done. You can somebody can clear it, right? There's an energy there that they can clear. But if you are not actively taking steps to behave in ways that are supportive of you, that are fulfilling your own personal top lines and removing the bottom line behaviors that are sending you back into that toxic, negative, depressed state, then the clearing doesn't even matter anymore. Right? It was like, oh, it cleared, and it's appropriate for Halloween because it becomes like a ghost, right? It's like, oh, it cleared the ghost away. The ghost comes back. The ghost is forever, right? It is always there. So unless you actively participate in re-clearing that for yourself, it ain't gonna go away, right? And nothing ever just goes away. What creates positive change in our lives is daily conscious action. Right action lends to right thoughts and emotions and more positive actions for yourself. So I speak to you from a place of being 44 and having been through multiple depressions, having a sex and love addiction, having been addicted to many, many things in my entire life, and now realizing it and seeing how all of this, yes and yes and yes and yes, all of this plays into who we are and how we need to heal together. You are not alone. There is a way for you. There are proven methods that billions of people before you have done and not done. So you can choose, right? You always have free will. But the point is, when you get to that point where you are at your bottom, that you finally get there and you just surrender to, okay, somebody else show me how, because my one mind, we are not meant to do things alone. We are meant to live in tribes and community, that I need others to help to support me, and they exist. They are here. I promise you. Your tribe is here. Your people are here, and we as a collective can come together. I ain't toting a whole lot of, guarantee, no guarantees. It's just what you put into it. You know, look, I'm in my mom's basement right now. This is not, you know, there's no show. I tried to make it look pretty, but I don't have all this stuff right now. What I do have is my experience, what has given me the most strength, the lessons that I've learned, and I am offering that as my service to the world. So thank you so much for watching. I've kind of been in the shadows for a long time, just trying to put out this facade that everything is, you know, perfect and well designed, because I'm also a perfectionist, and I'm also a compulsive exerciser and compulsive overeater and compulsive love addict. You know, all of these things I am too. So if any of this resonates with you, please reach out to me. I will get to my description and put a link in there so you can look up the program if you want to join the female firing squad or the feminine firing squad. I don't remember what I called it, but yeah, that's a 52-week program. It will involve personal one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching that meets weekly, that will be recorded so you can get it no matter what time zone you're in. You can participate. There'll be a group that you can comment in and share and open up, and yeah, let's really create this life that we all deserve to live in, this world that we all deserve to live in. I love you, but it's more important that you love you. So please use this Aries energy. If any of this helped you today, put it to work. So my coaching question for you is, how will you take what you learned today, what resonated with you, and put it into practice just 1% more today and every day? And remember that this is a trial, right? You're just trying things on. I don't have all the answers. What works for me might not work for you, but what did resonate? What will you take away? And what will you use? What will you put into action? This is more than just self-realization, like, oh, I had this like great epiphany. But what will you put into action? Self-actualization. And that is the axis that we work on in holistic coaching, and releasing the energies that are stuck. We use somatics. That's what the term somatic means, of the body. We use it to release the trauma so that they can come out. And then we have programs and forums like mine to talk about it, to give it air, to let it breathe, to let it out, to give it, let it be heard, let it be seen, let it be felt, let it be loved. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon, beautifuls. Mwah. I hope the sound worked at the beginning.